Hi everyone, I'm Shawn, the voice of War Thunder Tutorials. Welcome to ThunderBlog, the show where I will talk anything from War Thunder news to guides and reviews. Let's get it on. As you have probably heard, the highly anticipated major update 1.53 just came out, which brought a new renderer, water, vehicles, maps, and destructible environment. But alas, some people complained on the forums that the destructible environment is not functioning like it's supposed to. I also got a couple emails about this, so I decided to check this out myself. Here's a special warning for those really impatient viewers. If you don't want to watch the entire video and listen to my analysis of how the destructible environment works, I got this to tell you. Tank rounds of caliber below 100mm are next to useless against buildings, especially large structures. You want something demolished? Use rockets, bombs, and high caliber HE shells. Want to know why? Welcome to ThunderBlog. Now, let's get down to the facts and determine the parameters for our science experiment. The patch log for the update 1.53 says the following. New locations and missions. New system of destructible environments for locations Berlin, Stalingrad, and Advance to the Rhine has been added. So, I'm going to test this destruction system on these three maps, because others simply don't have it implemented yet. I will use several machines of three main tank nations of the game, but sorry, I still haven't bought any British tanks. USA. M4, Sherman HVSS 105, Sherman Calliope, M18. Germany, Panther F, Panther G, Tiger, Yak Tiger, USSR, T-34-57, KV-2. Well, as you can see, the caliber range is quite substantial, starting from a humble 57mm gun of the T-34, going all the way to the smashing 152mm of the KV-2's howitzer. So, here's my first major discovery. Shooting at buildings with anything below 90mm is a very ineffective, boring, and quite a useless affair. Check this out. To take down a typical apartment building on Berlin and advance to the Rhine using the most common 75mm guns of Sherman and Panthers will require anywhere around 30 AP rounds and just a few HEs. If you need to take down smaller ruins or walls and such, the ubiquitous 75mm guns fared much better, but they still are next to useless when taking down proper buildings. I won't even mention the time I spent trying to damage any kind of sizable structure with the T-34's 57mm gun. Okay then, let's try something bigger. How about Germany's Tiger? Tiger's 88mm gun takes down a comparable Stalingrad factory building in 7 HE or 19 AP shots, which is quite tedious and downright dangerous in real combat, where apart from that harmless building, you'll be facing opponents actually trying to kill you. So, does that mean that there are no proper record tanks in the game? How about something even bigger? Sherman HVSS with a 105mm howitzer. Now this is the first proper tank for the task on our list. Its powerful HE round takes down apartment buildings in 2 to 3 shots, and even its heat shell takes down the same building in 7 shots, which is comparable to Tiger's 88mm HE round. But again, don't use heat rounds when you can use HEs, which is not what you should use against buildings anyway, because of the 105 Sherman's reload time. Next up is Sherman's brother, or well, sister, the Calliope. Its 75mm gun failed to take down an apartment building in less than 28 rounds, often using way more shots than this. But its rocket launcher is a whole different deal. It takes down any destructible building in 3 to 5 direct hits, which is not surprising given how its 114mm rockets hold nearly 3 times more explosives than comparable HE rounds used in tanks. This thing is death, destroyer of worlds. If you're willing to buy one, of course.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Next, I want to test one of my favorite Yak Tigers. Now, this is where I was satisfied. Its 128mm cannon, it's not just there for the show. Any apartment building on Advance to the Rhine can easily be turned into a ruin with 3 AP and just 2 HE rounds. Down in Stalingrad, my Yak Tiger showed similar results and destroyed a factory building in the same amount of shots. But the thick walls of factory workshops are totally invulnerable, at least for now. Which is understandable given how many bombing raids and high caliber artillery strikes they withstood, which, you know, why should they be taken down with mere tank guns, I guess? Finally, I brought the biggest caliber I have in my collection. Meet KV-2 and its 152mm howitzer. This thing has anti-concrete rounds to boot. Well, let's do this. The mighty and heavy HE of a KV-2 is almost guaranteed to one-shot any building, in rare cases taking 2 shots on any of the 3 maps to have destructible environment as of now, while the anti-concrete round was a very capricious tool, taking anywhere from 1 to 3 shots to destroy a building. I guess it depends on the angle of the shot and how many walls inside the building you can penetrate with a solid nose round. But anyway, KV-2 is a true one-shot wrecking ball of War Thunder. Okay, well, after a whole 4 hours of firing various tank guns, using different shells at different targets on different maps, I've made 7 important conclusions. Number 1. The Destructible environment system works on 3 maps as of now: Stalingrad, Berlin, and Advanced to the Rhine. Number 2. AP rounds are a very poor tool for taking down a house, even if you're a very patient player and your opponents are mentally challenged. Number 3. Only guns of 100mm and above can be considered effective for the task of taking down a building, well, at least effective enough to be used in actual combat. Number 4. HE rounds are better, but they gotta have armor penetration value of 10mm and above to do any kind of telling damage against the structure. The number of shots does not matter, but this AP value does. Number 5. I can't stress this enough, but the bigger your gun is, the better it is for demolishing. Number 6. Rockets gotta be one of the best tools for taking down buildings fast. Number 7. Bombs dropped from the air are also very good. 100 kilo bombs best be scoring a direct hit, while anything larger can land next to a building to reliably destroy it. Well, there you have it. What do you think about my analysis? Share your opinions about the Destructible environment and the new patch as a whole. Let's discuss it in the comments below. On the next episode of ThunderBlog, top 5 replays of the week and much more. Thanks for watching. ThunderBlog out.